Descope has been extremely easy to use, and the time to value has probably exceeded even what I could fathom. My name is Heather Wallander. I am the founder of JustiProof, an application designed to help employees facing workplace discrimination get help from HR or legal when needed. At JustiProof, security is extremely important because of the materials that people may be adding or the documentation that they may be adding around a discriminatory incident. And so with Descope, it's made it easy for us to ensure that we have secure policies around authentication. It also allows us to offer options around MFA very easily. And those are things that if we were trying to do it alone or by ourselves, it would just take significantly more time to do that, especially to do it securely and implement it so that it is a seamless process for our users. The primary challenge that we faced in terms of identity was really just what we wanted to do in terms of what provider to use. I have come from the customer identity space. It didn't make sense for me to try to build it out myself just because of the time, the effort, and just doing it securely. I also knew how important it is to be factoring in cost in the future, because the last thing I wanted to do was implement a solution that was okay for right now, but then 6 months from now be rapidly growing and have to suddenly switch identity providers because of the cost. I looked at a lot of options when I was debating what provider to use. I was really surprised to see as I was diving into it that not everyone was as transparent as Descope was. And so right away I could see that Descope was really easy to set up and use, has the features I need. The pricing is appropriate, especially being a B2C company, for me to grow and not have to be so cost prohibitive. Descope helped improve our customer experience in not just the fact that it was able to implement and it runs seamlessly, but when I first launched our application, I forgot about the fact that while we weren't launching with a mobile app yet, we were just doing the web-based, and we have it optimized for mobile, but it's not its own app. I know that you cannot do an in-app browser with like social authentication, that Google will not allow it. And I just did not think about that. If I post it on social media and people go to log in and they try to use the Google authentication, it's gonna look like our app isn't secure because of the message that Google is returning in terms of us authenticating. And then I realized that Descope has those options in its flow, and I was able to very quickly fix it. Literally, I spent hours trying to debug it in my own code and then realized that I could do it with Descope and what's already built in within about 30 minutes. The other thing is the MFA flow. I love the fact that with Descope, I can separate it out. So we have protected pages where a user might want to just access a resource that you have to sign up and use email, and we allow them to do that. Little things like that allow us to make it a easier login experience with more flexibility based on what our users need or want to do in any given moment.